WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for turning on your screens and being here to join me for 2 News Now on this totally tranquil Tuesday. See how I'm doing that there? It's
I
nice,
like that.
right? All righty. Today is Tuesday, January 20th, and I'm your host, Alexis Bellamy. Across from me is anchor Lee Jeffries. Lee, good morning.
Good morning. I cannot believe we are on January 20th.
It's already January 20th, and it feels like it outside. I was going to say starting to, but we've actually been dealing with frigid, freezing, unbearable cold temperatures for like the past several days. So here to tell us a little bit more about, one, when those temperatures are going to go away and what we can expect for the rest of the day is Storm Team 2 meteorologist Cameron Saliga. Good morning, Cameron.
Well, they are going to go away, just not for long. That's the theme here as we go through the next week. We're going to have another Arctic blast moving on in, but as we head into your Wednesday, at least you could enjoy some warmer temperatures and, for the most part, dry weather as we get into your Wednesday. But through the afternoon, we are tracking the chance of either rain or snow mixture as we go through the PM hours. Outside, though, right now it's very sunny. It's just a deceiving sunshine as temperatures have been in the single digits as we went through the morning hours. Wind chill still below 0 in parts of the Miami Valley, below 5 below 0 there in Wapakoneta, 2 below 0 in Springfield, 0 in Dayton and Xenia for those wind chills, and the same in Wilmington. Temperatures right in the single digits up north. They were at 0 earlier this morning in Minster and Wapakoneta, now at 9, 13 here in Dayton, 14 in Springboro, and we're going to see those temperatures into the mid-20s today, so we'll eventually get into the teens for the wind chills later in the daytime. No rain, no snow to talk about here as we go through the daytime today, but we are tracking the chance for some snow as we go into the daytime tomorrow, but also we are tracking a winter storm into the weekend. Could it hit here in the Miami Valley, or will it miss us? Coming up on the complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
I hope it misses us.
Me too.
I'll just say it out loud. I'll just say the quiet part out loud. I hope that you, Cameron, are wrong and it just goes like north or like anywhere but where we are.
We would hope for it to go south.
Okay.
Your guys' home states would probably get hit by a good amount of snowfall.
That's fine with me.
I was going to say, I mean, that good. My family will just stay inside and not do anything.
I kind of do want some snowfall, though, here. I love snow, so.
Okay, well, you wish that into fruition for us, Cameron. Thank you for that. We'll check back in with you in just a couple of minutes, but we're going to move right along to our top stories for this morning. And we actually have a big update for you today to a big story from earlier. A man charged in connection to shots being fired outside of the Fairborn Sports Complex was back in court this morning. Ali Ahmad Jito faces felonious assault charges for the November 30th incident. Now, the court filings today show that he is looking to have his bond reduced and that he plans to argue self-defense for this shooting. Guido is expected to have one more hearing before a trial late next month.
We also have an update for the case of the man suspected of vandalizing Vice President J.D. Vance's Cincinnati home. He's going to be back in federal court today. 26-year-old William DeFore will be arraigned this afternoon. He's been federally charged with multiple counts in connection to vandalism, and reporter Evan Bales will have more for us coming later.
Hear from him in just a couple of minutes, but before that, we're going to just kind of switch the mood a little bit. We're going to go and look at the sports world. Lee, I can't remember. Are you a sports girl at all?
I am. I watched a little bit of this game.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we know now the 2025-2026 college football season, you guys, has officially come to a close. And here's why. Miami and Indiana played in an epic game filled with back-and-forth football, but ultimately, Indiana did end up coming out on top. Now, the Hosers beat the Hurricanes 27-21 with a late interception of Carson Beck, all but sealing that victory. I'm not sure if that was one of the plays we just saw. A fourth quarter touchdown run by Fernando Mendoza might have been the biggest highlight of the night. Now, what's interesting about this game, even though I know a lot of people may not be thrilled with the come out, but that's Indiana's first national championship in football ever. So.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing.
Okay, Cameron is happy about it.
Football. It's probably the craziest story that you're going to hear in college football in maybe the last 20, 25 years because
of that.
Indiana has been a terrible program for the ppast my entire life, basically.
Wow.
And Kurt Signetti got a job there, and all he's done is won there since. And obviously, 16-0 and bringing a championship.
Gosh.
It's actually pretty cool, even as a Buckeye fan, to see Indiana at least win something.
Yeah, and then he also won the Heisman, and I think he was deserving of that too. So.
Yeah.
Speaking
Okay.
of some more good news, people yesterday gathered at Carillon Historical Park to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The MLK celebration banquet started at 6 p.m., bringing all kinds of members of the community together. We even had our new mayor, Shanice Turner Sloss. She was in attendance, and local leaders say Dr. King's message still rings true today, which, I mean, I completely agree with.
Finally, in your final top story for this morning, 2 men from Central Ohio were among 3 tourists who were killed at a vacation rental home in Florida, and that happened over the weekend. Now, listen to this. Deputies with the Osceola County Sheriff's Office responded to a shooting on Saturday afternoon. Officials say that suspect, Ahmad Boja, lived in a home next to that rental where the victims were staying, and that there is no threat to the community at this time. Now, the victims have been identified as Jamie Pouchon and Douglas Kraft, both from Ohio, and Robert Kraft, who was from Michigan. Police say the suspect and the victims did not have any kind of conflict before the shooting. Boja is facing 3 counts of premeditated murder and resisting arrest. This is a big story coming to us. We're going to keep you posted on it. I'm sure this will be talked about a little bit more with more detail at 4. So make sure to join back with us and check back in for that. So time now is 11:06. We're switching on ahead to your react to that question for this morning. Big question. Are you a blood donor? If you are, when did you donate last? If you're not, I'd like to know why. General question. Lee, let's hear from you. Are you a blood donor?
I wish I was a blood donor. I really do not do well with blood. You know, I fainted a couple of times. So I just think that it's a little risky. What about you, Alexis?
I am. Okay,
Okay.
so but I understand that. Is it the needles then, I guess, for
I
you?
think it's just like the blood itself. One time my brother got his thumb pricked and I passed out at the doctor's office. So
Okay, so it doesn't take much for you.
no.
Okay. I am the opposite. I am very used to blood. I get nosebleeds quite often. It is a whole thing. There's show, day, stoppers, enders. It is a whole event. So I do donate blood.
I love that.
Yeah, so I'm the exact opposite of Lee. I'm not squeamish at all. But I want to hear from you guys, okay? Scan the QR code and get in on the conversation. Tell me about your blood donating activities. All right, we are looking to your day ahead now. Happening today, we talked about it a little bit earlier. We're circling back to one of our top stories. 26-year-old William DeFore will be in a Cincinnati courtroom to learn what happens next with this vandalism case. Now, DeFore, as we just said, is the man suspected of vandalizing Vice President Vance's Cincinnati home earlier this month. Now, he will be in federal court today, and he's been held behind bars since this incident happened. 2 News reporter Evan Bales is joining us now live. He will be there later on today, covering the story for us. Evan, good morning. What can we expect to happen today?
Alexis, thank you. Good morning. So essentially what's going on today is there is a hearing at 1:30 at the federal courthouse in Cincinnati, and DeFore will be indicted on 4 separate charges that he acquired through the acts of vandalism that he made at JD Vance's home. That's damaging a Secret Service vehicle, damaging security equipment that was inside Vance's house when he broke the windows. He also, of course, fled from federal officers, and he damaged a Secret Service car as well. Those are all federal charges, and that's why this is separate from the state or county court.
Okay, and then what kind of penalties will he face with those charges?
So when I was last in court for his first arraignment, he was facing potentially 10 to 20 years maximum for some of these charges. So certainly not a light matter.
So, Evan, what can you take us through the timeline of events? How much damage has been done here?
So, in terms of damage to to federal property, we're looking at in the tens of thousands of dollars of damages. As you can see in the video there, he's replacing several panes of windows. And again, security equipment was attached to those windows, as well as the Secret Service vehicle that young man damaged as well.
So, Evan, what exactly later today do you think we can look forward to from you for First Step 4? How do you think this will go today?
So, in terms of this first arraignment, we're really on our toes for how things are going to progress here. At least me personally, when at his previous detention hearing, I fully expected for them to allow him to stay out of custody, but currently he's still in the custody of the U.S. Marshals. They're really not playing games with this one.
Yeah. All right, Evan, thank you so much for catching us up on that. We will check back in with you for more at First at 4.
Thank you.
All right, your time now is 11:10. Taking a quick break. On the other side, a longer look at weather and a critical message from the American Red Cross about something you need to know happening right here at home. Don't go away.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back, everyone. Turning our eye now to the, drumroll please, naturally, that countdown to the 2026 Winter Olympics. And the days are just falling off of the calendar, you guys,
Yes.
so quick. 17 days. That's how long we've got until the torch is lit in Milan, signaling the start of the ultimate sporting challenge as we know it. The 2026 Winter Olympics kick off here in Milan, brought to you by our beautiful Olympic cam. They start on February 6th and they'll last until February 22nd. Now, right after that, a little bit of time goes by. The Paralympics kick up next from March 6th to March 15th, featuring events in Milan and the mountain resort of Cortina. So when both games are finally ready to be watched by spectators everywhere, if you're here, you can just turn on WDTN and watch. And you can also catch it on WDTN Plus. Turning our eye to our weather here at home now, hearing more from Storm Team 2 meteorologist Cameron Saliga. Before, Cameron, you get into this, I didn't get a chance to hear from you on blood donor activities. Are you one?
I am not. I used to donate. Well, I didn't donate. I used to sell plasma, but that's about it.
Okay. Well, what was that like for you?
Plasma's weird.
How often did you do that?
I only did it like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I know there's a different process with the plasma. Right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
totally
different than donating blood.
Way different. Okay.
But
Fancy
outside,
things.
you're definitely going to be needing, hopefully you have some good circulation of the blood here as we go through the daytime, because if not, you want to have multiple layers on. As we go through the day, we are going to be warming up at least into the 20s. Our wind chills right now still in some areas below 0, but we are at 0 in some areas, and we're going to be finally crossing that 0 line and getting back to positive as we go through the daytime today. So finally warming back up, getting out of the Arctic air mass here as we go into your Wednesday. Highs today, though, only up to about 18 in Wapakoneta, 20 in Troy, 22 in Springfield. You get further south, 24 in Dayton, 22 Oxford, and 20 in Wilmington. So temperatures today well below what we're used to this time of year, but thankfully we are not going to be in the single digits like we were in the afternoon yesterday. Live Doppler 2 HD, you can see that it is a quiet one here this morning. We are going to be seeing lots of sunshine today, just a few clouds possible as we head into the next couple of hours. Otherwise, we are going to see sunshine continue in the afternoon. A low pressure developing all the way up to the northwest. That's going to bring a chance for some rain and snow into the day tomorrow, and also bring some gusty winds into your Wednesday. Temps right now right around 9 degrees up north, 11 in Troy, 13 Dayton, 15 is the warmest in Fairborn. And as I mentioned, some areas in the positives now, and some areas below 0. 3 in Springboro, 2 below 0 in Springfield, 5 below in Wapakoneta. Future track here today, we'll see clouds arriving as we go into the nighttime, and then we'll eventually see the chance for some snow here in the Miami Valley as we head into the afternoon tomorrow. And as we go into the evening hours, we'll see more of a rain-snow mix, as temperatures should be right above the freezing mark here as we go into the daytime tomorrow. Drying out by Thursday, and then we see Arctic air returning back to the Miami Valley. So tracking a chance for a winter storm into the south here as we go into the weekend. We are going to be seeing a low pressure. There's some ice potential there as we go further to the south. And then we even have a chance of some snow here in the Miami Valley. Now, the heaviest of snow looks like it's going to be down into the Carolinas, Tennessee, parts of the Virginias, and Kentucky as well. But here, Could see some light snow. If we do have that low a little bit further to the north, that means that we could see a little bit more snow going into the weekend. But right now, it looks like we may get away with just a few inches outside over the weekend. Today, 24 degrees for the high, mostly sunny and warmer. Tonight, 17 with increasing clouds. Tomorrow, 42 with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. 7-day forecast is temperatures over the weekend getting down to 17 and 16 over the weekend, and that continues into the work week.
You know, when we're looking at the map, I know we should be looking at like Dayton and happening here at home, but I don't know about Lee, but my eye kind of did go to Virginia and Nova, and I was like, what y'all got going on over there?
Well, hopefully it's just not an ice storm. There's going to be some ice, but hopefully, you know, as you get further to the south, they don't deal well with ice or snow.
No.
An ice storm sounds dreadful, but we're here. We're going to deal with it. Thank you, Cameron.
Okay, next up, we have an update as Michael McKee, the man accused of killing his ex-wife Monique Tepe and her husband Spencer in their Columbus home last month, is awaiting extradition back to Ohio. Just 8 days ago, he was actually arrested in Rockford, Illinois. So he has an extradition hearing Friday in Illinois, but if he's not returned to Columbus before then, McKee is facing 4 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of aggravated burglary. And if convicted, he could face life in prison.
This story got so much attention when it first broke. Even here, people were really just devastated at that news. So continuing to keep that family in our thoughts and our prayers.
Yeah.
And we are moving right along here. Valentino Garavani, the Italian fashion designer known to the stars globally, has died. I'm so sorry. We are doing the jewel heist. Take a look at this, you guys. We are showing you new video that we got recently from our partners. We have new video of the heist at the Louvre. This is surveillance video from inside of that museum. You can see 2 people, one wearing a bright yellow vest and the other all in black. A team of thieves posing as workers used a freight lift on a crane to reach, then slice through the window to enter the gallery. Tiaras, emerald earrings, a sapphire necklace, and other priceless jewels were taken in under 8 minutes. All 4 suspected thieves have been arrested and charged. However, no jewels have been found. Lee, you weren't with us when we first broke that story and we're talking about it, but one of the things that I guess the motto or like the theme for this story is Alexis is excited for the thievery. And I really was really excited to cover this. It was just an interesting story. You know, it's something straight out of Ocean's 8.
And still no jewels have been found. I mean, that's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's super insane. So we're going to turn back to something I was just talking about a little bit. Listen to this. I touched on it a little bit, but, you know, tributes have been pouring in for Valentino Garavani. He's the fashion designer to the stars who died at 93 in his home on Rome on Monday. Now, his death is being felt globally, but especially in Milan, where Fashion Week is currently wrapping up. Celebrities and athletes there pay their tributes to him, and some say he's the reason for the way fashion is today. Now, a public viewing will be held later this week, and a funeral will be held in Rome on Friday. So 11:19 now, we are just turning our gears a bit to our day ahead. Listen to this. So January is National Blood Donor Month. And we know that, you know, months usually stand for a lot of things, but this is particularly important. So that designation is seemingly appropriate. Today, a huge announcement coming from the American Red Cross. Peter Checky with the Central and Southern region of Ohio is here this morning with that critical information. Peter, good morning. Thank you for being here. What do you guys have to tell us about what's happening?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. And I'm very excited to talk about the need for blood. Right now, our hospitals are using more blood than we are able to get to them. And so that's what's triggering the crisis right now. It's a blood shortage for the short run and then a projected blood shortage for the longer run, 2-3 months in.
What does that mean? What exactly does a shortage mean?
A shortage means that the donors that are coming out, that they are not supplying the hospitals with enough blood right now to get to our patients.
Is there a specific type of blood that you're most in need of?
The blood we're looking for is all types of blood, but if you are O positive, O negative, A negative, and B negative, those are the blood types that are needed the most.
No, I actually do have a question, maybe not necessarily about this shortage, but a question from a viewer. That was our react to that question for this morning is gauging how many people donate blood. But an interesting question from a viewer, Kathy wanted to know, she just says she does not donate blood. She's not sure if she can donate being anemic, and she says she can't really seem to find an answer. So she says, can I donate blood and or plasma being anemic?
You know, you can. Here's the thing with iron levels in the body. They change every day. So you may go into a blood drive one day and your iron levels are particularly low based on what you ate, maybe last night. But the next day you go into a blood drive and your iron levels are right where they need to be to give blood.
Okay, so for people who want to give blood, Peter, does the Red Cross have any donations or drives coming up where people can go and be a part of this and maybe help with the shortage?
Absolutely. We've got drives all over the Miami Valley. We've got drives in Beaver Creek. We've got drives in Dayton. Absolutely.
Perfect. And where can people go to learn a little bit more before we let you go?
The best place to go, the best place to go is to redcrossblood.org.
Okay.
And then if you'd like to make an appointment to donate blood, 1-800-RED-CROSS is the number to dial. And we appreciate it. This is a call to service. Mm-hmm. Right now, we have got to get our supplies up in the next few weeks. Critically, it's going to determine what the next few months look like.
And so I guess that is the word that you would use to describe this. I like to ask what's one word, and you would say critical. Is that the word you would use to best describe this situation?
It's critical right now. Absolutely. Perfect. Please get in there and donate.
Peter, thank you so much for coming on and sharing that message with us. We definitely want people to get out there and donate, so make sure you go online and find out where you can. We're going to take a short break now. Your time is 11:23. When we get back, a look at those React to That responses and what's happening in Living Dayton today. Don't go away. Welcome back, you guys. We are getting directly into those direct React to That responses. I just want to know how often, if you guys do, donate blood. So let's hear what you guys have to say. Some good stuff this morning. Becca says, yes, it is a small sacrifice I can make to help improve or save a life. I work in a hospital lab and hear the pager when blood product is needed. It has made me very acutely aware of the need and my ability to help. That was so sound, Becca. I love that answer. Oh my gosh, my mom used to work in a hospital, and I know she felt that draw also as well. So that was really good. Really nice. Heather says, no, because I have low iron and hemoglobin, so I have had to receive blood myself. So I thank all those who do get to do it. I love that, of respect. Mm-hmm. And finally, Susan says, every 8 weeks. Had a sister-in-law back in the late 70s that had leukemia, and I started then. My son passed 12/16/2008 at age 20 after a double lung transplant. He had CF227, would be his, February 27th would be his 38th birthday. Seems like an excellent way to celebrate him. Wow, that is an astounding answer. Being aware. Thank you guys for those responses this morning. We are going to switch gears right now and look ahead to what's coming up in Living Dayton. Grace is here to tell us, drum roll please, who is in the kitchen. Hopefully something that'll keep us warm.
Oh, it's going to. We got Culture in the kitchen. They're in the Oregon District. If you've heard of Culture, you know this is going to be amazing. I'm super excited. So Carly's going to be in the kitchen making some comfort classics that are just perfect for that chilly day.
I was just going to say chili, meatloaf, that kind of thing.
That's what you need. That's what you need.
Yes. What else is happening today, Grace?
We also, it's cold and flu season. So a lot of us are starting to feel that. A lot of us are starting to get sick. So we're going to be answering those most common asked questions with a pharmacist. So stay tuned to see what you need to know when it comes to getting medicine to fight that cold and flu.
And speaking of most commonly asked questions, Grace, this is not a common question, but I will ask you about your blood donor habit.
Oh, I need to be better. I'm with Lee. I don't like needles.
Okay.
I have a small fear of needles. So
and
I know I'm a grown up. I'm going to get over it.
Exactly.
I need to get over it.
That is a big thing to get over. So don't you guys sell yourself short.
Like that's my New Year's resolution. Get over the needles.
Perfect. You made a New Year's resolution at the end. I like that. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here with me. Alexis Bellamy, Lee Jeffries for 2 News Now. We will see you guys on a wonderful Wednesday. Hope you're in pink. We're pink. We'll see you guys then.